Well, hey, 4th through 5th grade small group leaders, Dream Team members, man, I'm so grateful for you guys. You guys play such an important role. 4th and 5th grade, man, that is a tough age. These are 10 through 12-year-olds who some of them are really excited and ready to move out of Cedarville and Cedar Creek kids, and others of which they're there for the very first time. And this is their first experience with church. And so you have an opportunity this weekend to make such a difference, to help remind the kids that are in your group that have been at church forever and for their whole life that this is a place where they can come, be honest, have fun, and to make some friends. And for the kids that walk through for the very first time, that this is a place where the same thing is going to happen, where they're going to meet some new people, where they're going to have some fun, where they're going to learn a little bit about God and how much He loves them. But ultimately, they're going to make a great connection with you, the small group leader. So I would invite you, challenge you, and remind you of how important that is to do this weekend. Connect with your kids in the group. Get to know them a little better. Ask some fun questions. Make your small group time the best part of their week. So I want to dive into our outline. We're in the final week of our series Source Code, where we've been talking all about honesty, and this weekend our bottom line is this: being truthful with God helps keep you close to Him. So we're going to be talking about what it looks like to be truthful with God. I don't know about you, but my relationship with God is always the best when I feel like I'm telling Him every part of my life. And this is so fun to be able to teach kids that are in 1st through 5th grade the same concept, to practice that now, to be honest with God now, because it's going to help your relationship with Him in the long run. And so this weekend, let's dive right into it. We have one activity, our 3 activities, Our first activity is called Take a Snapshot. It's a pretty easy one, but a fun one at that. You're going to give every kid a stack of some sticky notes. And what you're going to do is propose 2 questions. What are some things that might keep you from telling your friends something true? Or what are some things that might keep you from telling your parents something? So those are 2 different people, 2 different questions, kind of the same idea. What keeps you from telling the truth from somebody, or being honest with somebody? And as they write down their things on a sticky note, or their reasons, you're going to put them on the outside of some plastic cups. And so you're going to fill about 8 to 9 plastic cups with some sticky notes on them with reasons why we can't be honest with either our friends or our parents or whoever else it may be that they need to be honest with. And as they write those things on the sticky notes, you're going to have some questions to ask them at the end, like, are our responses similar? Is it easy to tell someone you're scared or nervous? What about happy or excited? Why or why not? And you're going to revisit those in the second activity. So first activity, all about kind of coming up with these reasons why we aren't honest with our friends, with our parents, and why it's hard to express ourselves and be true or be honest. And the second activity, this one is going to take the cups that we put the sticky notes on. What you're going to do is stack those cups up on a table, kind of like a pyramid. And as you do that, you're going to read 1 John 9 that talks all about what sin is and what happens when we confess our sin to God. And there's some questions that go along with that. And as you're done asking those questions, you're going to take the stack of cups that you created from the first activity, and you're going to ask them this question: what truths about God do you know to be true that would help you tell Him anything? So things like, He loves me, He's faithful, He isn't going to leave me, He's wise, He's smart, He cares about me even when I do things that I know I shouldn't do. And as they come up with those reasons, they can take a ball, a beanbag, whatever your campus decides to use, and they're going to start to throw things at the cups on the table to knock those things down, because we know that because of who God is, none of those things should get in the way of us being honest with Him. Because even when we do something that we know we shouldn't do, and we're honest with Him about that, He's not going to get mad at us. He's not going to look at us differently. He looks at us for who we are because we're His sons and His daughters, and He loves us so much. And so you're going to remind them of those truths, and that'll be a really fun activity for you to do. And at the end, there's kind of a wrap-up that ties all of that together, so feel free to read that, memorize it, just kind of know the outline of it. And then the last activity is just some discussion questions, recapping a little bit of what they learned, and then a prayer at the end. This has been a fun series talking about honesty. I hope that the kids in your group are learning what it looks like to be honest with others, with their leaders, and ultimately with God. This weekend is an opportunity to remind your kids that they are so loved by God, and if they've never realized that, or they've never taken a step to accept that before, you have a chance to invite them into that this weekend. So I want to invite you to do that too. Cool, guys. As always, if you need anything, ask your director, and they would love to help you out. If you need anything from me, just shoot me an email. Thanks for all you do. We appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend. Have fun, and be great.